G'day everyone, welcome back to another session in the Le'Rez studio. That writing that you saw there really quickly appeared and disappeared. It was just me saying sorry that you haven't seen the beginning of this video. Something played up and it didn't record. So what I have here, I just have a little mold which I found at Kmart in Australia. It was in a pet section, and it's supposed to be like a fun, busy thing that you do with your pets to keep them busy. Put some food in there, like peanut butter and stuff like that. So, I gotta really speed up now because this is sped up 4 times. So what I had before I even poured any resin on this was just a bit of Glitz and Glam Purple Surprise, which is like a glittery powder pigment, and I just brushed it onto the matte, it is matte silicone mold, and then I poured some resin over it, and now I'm sprinkling some of these really lovely diamond looking things which you can get from Laura's Art Corner. If you're in the States, I believe she still sells them. She just gave me a jar of this when she was here, and I saw it and I thought, yeah, they're kind of like a little bit holographic, not quite holographic, but they sort of have like a rainbowish colors on them, so they look great. And I just sprinkle them over the top of my clear resin. So at the moment it's pretty transparent, and now I'm going around and adding some just gemstones. I believe these are all mixed gemstones, so I've got a bit of everything in there, and just putting them into that the edge side, which is it has like a divider, so it's sort of separate, and you can do that and won't mix in with the rest of it. So now I decided to go with some purple pinky glitter. I cannot remember which one this was, but I will put it in the description box when you know, so that you can see. But it's one of Le'Rez's glitters, ultra fine glitters. I just thought it was just a bit too transparent, so I wanted a little bit more shimmery stuff on top, and just spreading it around with my stick. That's all I'm doing. And then I decided to get some Suncatcher. I absolutely love this pigment. It's another one of Le'Rez Glitz and Glam pigments. It is a super shimmery pigment that looks white, but when you mix it in with your resin, it just gives you that beautiful gold sort of sheen and golden specks, which is just amazing. And then I decided to just sprinkle it around everywhere. So it's I'm just sprinkling things, really. I had a lot of fun with this project, just taking it easy. No real shape or form or any idea of what I wanted to do. I really just wanted to check out this this mold and see what it does. And yes, I was just saying, the bloody phone didn't record, so I added some gold leaf, which I also have in the shop if you want some, and I just sort of picked them up with the tweezers and poked them into my resin. And now I'm unmolding, and my goodness, those groovy things that sort of allow all that food, that yummy gooey food to sink into, they were hard to pull away, but once they did, I had a really nice result underneath, and you can see that it's all coming apart, and the mold came out really lovely and clean. But the back side was quite matte, but it still looked great, and it still had those grooves. So I suppose I could still use it for my dog. Put some food in there, but no, I wouldn't. I would not do that. That's what the mat's for. the mold rather. So now I've decided that I liked what I'm looking at, and I decided to just do a round and give it a bit of a lift and just do that separated separated area, and just do like a lip and lift up my whole piece and use it as a tray or something like that. Just on its own it just looked a little bit bare and it needed something, so I'm just putting some moonstone gemstones in there and having a lot of trouble trying to keep them in where they're supposed to go, because they're going everywhere, and plucking out the real big ones, because I really wanted these to be immersed and submersed rather into the resin. So that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going around. I forgot to mention before that I also used some lovely colourful balls, tiny little balls, which are also quite colourful and transparent at the same time. Also from Laura's Art Corner, and you can find them there. They're really cool. So I've popped them in there, different coloured stones, and just building this little thing up. And yes, my sun catcher going in there, mixed in with a bit of resin, just to give it that extra little bit of gold sunshine any goodness. And I think that is pretty much it. Yep, now I'm molding. This is another day, day 3, and popping that, being careful not to break the resin, but you know, just going round and releasing both sides, and there it is. It just pops up real easy. And one side was quite lovely and glossy and transparent, so you can see all those lovely gemstones in there, and the other side was quite matte and golden. So I was contemplating which side to use, and I quite like the matte side, but I ended up going with the other side because I needed the both sides that are meeting together, that I was going to glue together, to be kind of flat. And because the gemstones were kind of poking out, that was giving me a bit of trouble achieving that. So this is why I decided to go with the transparent. So I did that. I kind of glued them together with resin. I taped the sides so nothing would leak. And I decided to go and jazz up the inside of it again. So I've just got some bright gold pigment powder, and some clear. Really, that's all I used, and I used a lot of heat, and look at that effect as it pours in. It just leaves those beautiful striations and those beautiful lines. And alrighty, so it's the next day. Look at that gold. So it's transparent enough that I can still see those diamantes underneath, but it just tidied it up. It just is not as busy. So now I'm just going to find the end of this tape, and this is just a clear tape that I'm going to pull off. I don't mind using the clear tape. The only problem is it leaves a bit of a, it leaves a bit of a sticky residue, which I'm going to clean. I'm going to try and clean it with alcohol. If not, I've got some eucalyptus oil that really helps, and then wipe over with alcohol. I'm going to take it out in a second in the sunlight so that we can all see what it looks like there. Okay, so here it is out in the sunlight. Look at that gold. How awesome is that? And you can see the depth there. I really like it. I think it's really cool. Now what to do with it? Wow, look at that. Oh, I didn't tell you that that's what I did. I just did some swirls one way and then back the other way, and they kind of stayed like that, which is pretty cool. Alright, that's it from me. Bye for now. Alrighty, so I'm just showing you here that I am painting the sides just with that bright gold mixed in with PVA glue and a little bit of sealer so that I have the same color to match